Caleb.
Sup?
What is a quintessential thing that makes Spider-Man Spider-Man?
Ooh, good question. For anyone watching at home, also, you can answer this question in the comments below. Like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Quintessential Spider-Man, to me, I mean, he's all willpower, right? Like, he doesn't give up. No matter what happens,
Cool. Yeah.
he doesn't give up. I like it. Like, he when you know when you're little and you get knocked down, and some old man always tells you, "Hey, you gotta get back up and put some dirt on it." And like,
Don't hit me anymore.
But that's the character.
Yeah,
It's like it doesn't matter what, you can drop a freaking building on this guy and he's going to get up.
Yeah,
it does not matter.
That scene in Tom Holland's Nowhere Home. Come on, Spider-Man! It's like you're a kid. Ah, that's so cool. Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. It's
that scene in particular is the one that like pops out to me because it's based off a comic.
Yeah,
it is of him, like, he's got nothing left, and when he has nothing left, he always has something left. Like, you have to kill this man or he is going to get back up.
Yeah.
And I love that.
No, there's something innate in Peter Parker that is just like there's some, and it's more than just like the will to go on too. It's a, if you can't do it, nobody can.
Yeah, he's the last line of defense in whatever.
He's the best superhero. Let's be honest.
He's just the best person, it seems like.
Well, I mean, Peter's done some bad things. Peter's done some.
He is a human being.
Yes, of course.
You know, I used to have
Spider-Man.
I still have a Marvel encyclopedia, and in the Spider-Man section, they for all the heroes they list out their superpowers, and for Spider-Man, they have one of his superpowers being an insane willpower. Like, he has a superhuman will. And, like, I don't know if that's just a fun little thing they put in there or if it's part of a superpower, but I don't know. It's the biggest part of the character to me.
I mean, you can definitely see it. You can definitely see it in a lot of Spider-Man stories where, because like Spider-Man, or at least Peter Parker, is the quintessential suffering. Like, Peter must suffer.
Yeah,
that's what makes him choosing to be Spider-Man.
He's
much
the Sisyphus of
yeah, kind of. Yeah, rolling that big apple up the hill, kind of thing. Yeah, thanks. I don't go to Jersey now.
It's like everyone, because of his actions, other people get happy endings, but he usually doesn't.
And even like in the Sam Raimi films, like, even those moments where he's at his lowest too, like, there's always just he just needs like a pep talk. Honestly, he just needs a pat on the back. He goes to a doctor and gets like really good advice. Weirdly, and always going to Aunt May, and I think Sam Raimi, like, the casting for Aunt May in those movies, perfect.
Yeah, she's so kind and gentle and wise.
On the edge of death and every
feeble.
time you see her. But yeah, no, I think the Sam Raimi movies, obviously it's something that we grew up with, but like, I think they really captured the heart of Spider-Man. There were some questionable things throughout the movie, sure, but like, it's got so much.
What are you talking about? Spider-Man 3 is perfect.
Right, yeah. From start to be fair.
From start to beginning, it's perfect movie.
From the credits, from opening credits to the beginning of the movie, it's perfect.
Yeah.
From where? No, but yeah, there's of course the dance. But that's all Spider-Man. That's all Peter ever really needs. Like, every time he's always been down, like, you're right, he's able to like reach in and find something more. Yeah. And he always ends up better for it. It still doesn't really fix his situation, like his home life and stuff. But like,
no, like that's what I meant. Like, he always saves the world. He always usually saves somebody.
Well,
sorry, Gwen.
And MJ. I mean, like, it happens to, like, quite a lot of his, in different stories.
Have you seen the Spider-Verse movies?
Yeah, I saw 1 and 2.
So I love the realization as, like, the Spider people meet the other Spider people, that they all lose somebody close. They all have an Uncle Ben that they lose. Whether it's Gwen Stacy or an Uncle Ben, or like, everybody loses somebody integral to them, and it's what makes them that puts them on the path to be Spider-Man. And I always find that super interesting, that, like, that's a connecting thread to them.
Yeah, Uncle Ben, or any of his accolades, like for Gwen Stacy it is Peter Parker, for Miles Morales it's his father. Any of those are also, like, quintessential. They are the most formative thing to the character, of instilling that, like, that almost irrational need to do good.
Yeah.
Like, borderline self-harming of, I have to do. I
never thought about it like.
Well, there's a great thing where, like, I forget what comic it is and who he's fighting, but he's fighting this person, and it's just a line of dialogue where Peter is just like, I've been fighting for 16 hours. I haven't eaten in 12, and I can hear screaming, and he's just trying to get me to come back out there. Thwip.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
He's gonna kill me.
One of my favorite comic books growing up was the New Avengers comics. So after Avengers disassembled and they come back, Spider-Man is one of the founding members.
Yeah,
and
good
with Wolverine, which is just hilarious.
Because they're hilarious.
Oh my god, the lineup is just the best. But when they find Peter. Was that you?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Hey, fuck off.
So you'll have to cut this, but if you say anything close to computer, it activates.
I don't even think I did.
Peter.
Oh. All right, let's just quick pause. So when we find Spider-Man, he's a school teacher, because that's what he does. He's public school. And he also gets his arm broken, like, immediately. Well, actually, before that, him and MJ are having movie night, and the Rikers raft begins to blow up because people are jailbreaking it.
Right.
And she looks out the window, and she just goes, Peter, it is a movie night. And she looks back, and he's already gone. He's already, like, on his way to the raft. And he sends the web out, and it goes into nothing because it's in the middle of the ocean. He goes, yeah, I didn't think this one through. And then a helicopter flies by and he goes, oh! And that's how he gets over there, gets his arm broken. And then when the Avengers, like, meet back up and they're like, we're making a team, he's, like, in school, black-eyed. He's been, like, mugged is the story. Broken arm. Mm-hmm. And he just looks terrible. And Jessica Jones is like, we're making a team. And he's like, oh, well, I could use the money. And she's like, we're not getting paid. He was like, fine, I'll do it anyway. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Tony Stark's not part of this one, is he?
He is, but he is cut off as well.
He's cut off.
Well, he's doing it out of his own pocket, right? They don't have government subsidies.
He's got big pockets. That's Tony Stark.
Right, but they're not getting paid. They just, have...
You could cut Peter a little bit, man.
He does not.
You could pay him minimum wage, and it would still be better than just... It'd probably still be better than him teaching.
Yeah, I can't remember what the deal is. I'll have to go back and look at it.
That's interesting.
But yeah, Tony is like, he's not destitute, but he's like losing money. Because the Avengers disassembled comic line is rough. Like him and Cap are not friends anymore.
Is this Civil War, post-Civil War kind of thing?
It's way past Civil War.
Because holy crap.
Yeah, it's after the Avengers disassembled series, which is it's the worst day in Avengers history. Where it's like a bunch of shit all coincides. There's like a Kree invasion. There's all sorts of like Hawkeye dies, Vision dies. So many other people die, and then they find out it's because Scarlet Witch is having a meltdown, and she is single-handedly. Ant-Man dies, and she is like single-handedly killing all the Avengers.
Yeah,
and so they have to deal with her.
I do think I remember that storyline.
Yeah, and so after that, everyone goes their separate ways.
Yeah.
Cap and Tony are not friends anymore, and then this event at Rikers or at the Raft rather. I think I've been calling it Rikers. It's the Raft.
Rikers Island is the is where the prison is.
Yeah, and so that brings them back together.
Yeah.
But there's several moments where they're like, just like old times, and I'm like, yeah.
Who else is in the new Avengers? It's Spider-Man, Wolverine.
It's
Jessica Jones.
Spider-Man, Wolverine, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Cap, Tony.
Okay, that must be awkward.
It's very funny. Sentry.
Okay,
Sentry's a cool ad. Ronan pops up at some point,
Cool.
but not in the beginning. They ask Daredevil, and I don't even know why it's in the book. They're like looking for members, and they find Daredevil, and and they're like, "You want to join?" And he goes, I said no when you asked me the first time when there was like the Avengers were cool and popular. I'm not doing it now.
Ouch.
And then he's like,
Jesus, Matt.
and then he asks, are you asking Spider-Man? And they're like, well, he was there. He's on our list. And he's like, no way. Spider-Man says, yeah. And Spider-Man's like, fuck yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. And then along the way they pick up Wolverine. Like literally they stumble into Wolverine.
So strange.
Yeah.
But you never know what Logan's doing, right? Because like, is he at Xavier Mansion or not? He's a free agent.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, which correct me in the comments if I am mistaken, but they end up at the Dinosaur Island where Sauron is chilling.
Yeah.
And when they get there,
yep,
Logan's just there. They find him. He's
God.
in a pickle with them.
Okay.
And then so they all bust out and he is part of the gang from that point on.
That's really interesting with including Spider-Man into like a team idea because he's always really kind of like had to deal with his problems alone.
Yeah.
But he does have like a lot of friends.
Oh yeah.
In different, there's Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four. They're really good friends. You have Logan and him. Like they don't always get along, but like they like hang out.
Yeah.
For
someone who hates Deadpool, it's interesting that they get semi-along.
I think because Deadpool knows Logan can't really do anything to him, he's not intimidated by him.
Yeah.
Whereas those claws will still hurt the shit out of Peter.
Is Spider-Man the one that switches bodies with Logan at one point?
At one point, yeah.
And then he
also does that with Doc Ock.
Yeah, he does it. He's like, ah! Because I remember a scene from that comic book where he gets back in the body and Logan's like, "You cut my dick." He's like, "I just nicked it, okay?" We're just like, "Hey, if you never had claws, yeah,
no, yeah,
it'd be a little tough."
And it's just like an instinct reflex that it happens. So if you have no idea, yeah. Speaking of instinct reflex, arguably this is just a complete divergence. It's still on Spider-Man. Arguably, Spider-Man's best power,
the Spider Sense,
is the Spider Sense.
Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't trigger it is a symbiote, and only the symbiotes that are like from the original.
Feels like plot armor.
Yeah, but I like it.
I mean, no, it's cool because it does.
Because Venom and Carnage not being able to trigger that shit is always cool. It's always like okay, inherently they're scary because they're just him, but evil. Well, Venom and Alien, yeah.
I always liked Carnage way more than all the other symbiotes.
Than Venom?
Yeah.
Than Venom?
Yeah, because Carnage was like Venom. Like, there's some argument that Venom could be persuaded to help you out. Carnage is just there to eat people.
Yeah, Cletus Cassidy's a psychopath.
Like he bonded to a psychopath who's already a psychopath. Eddie Brock's just kind of a dick. Like, he's just kind of an asshole. Like, but he's not a killer already.
Yeah, no, Eddie Brock's interesting. I actually have a point about that later. To do with Venom.
I like that the spider sense is modeled after actual spiders. That's pretty cool.
Really? Yeah. How does that work?
I don't quite remember.
Okay.
But it
fake fan.
Yeah. That's on me.
Well,
I don't want to say something completely wrong, but it is modeled after like some spiders. They're more perceptive.
I can believe it.
They're more tuned in.
I mean, they got all those eyes, right?
They got all those eyes. They got all those like hairs that can feel like movements.
Oh yeah, probably vibrations and stuff like that.
Also, like spiders are very, very, very smart.
What's your take on the Sam Raimi choice of the web swingers being?
Oh, I thought you were going to be the Sam Raimi choice of Eddie Brock.
Well,
of being organic, I think it's cool. Obviously, I grew up on the Sam Raimi was my introduction into Spider-Man lore. So when I found out that no other Spider-Man had those, that was shocking.
It was so weird, right?
It was like, oh, every other depiction of Spider-Man has web shooters, and I'm like, that's weird.
But it still makes Peter really cool because he's also incredibly smart.
Yeah, it's very neat, but like it's kind of always a culture shock thing. I mean, it's very gross, but it's cool because if you're thinking about like you want your protagonist to be able to, other than the second movie, have his powers no matter what's going on.
Right.
And like he's bitten by a spider, he has all these other spider powers. He should make his own webs. That makes sense.
Well, it's also more, I don't know about more believable, but then Tobey Maguire in 2002, in the first movie, 2002, I'll just build my own incredibly strong, hyper tensile web shooter device.
It almost forces it forces more questions than answers. Just be like, oh, he now has little tiny hairs on his fingers and climb up walls. Also, he can shoot webs out of his wrist. Yep, buy it, 100%.
I buy it because you're showing me more things that are happening to him. The physiological changes happening with him getting like really sick, and it's like it might have almost killed him.
Yeah.
Super cool. Like it does.
Treat it like a
you can believe it.
Yeah, I do believe it. Yeah, and so I like the moment in No Way Home where they all meet and Garfield and Tom Holland are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen clips of that. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I have seen clips of that.
It's a good watch, especially for.
Are you making fun of me right now? No, I think it's cool.
You should check it out. Just because it does really wrap the Sam Raimi stuff so well. Because Tobey Maguire becomes like old man Peter, and becomes a mentor to the younger Spider-Man, and it's super cool to see all their different closures. I mean, I don't want to get too spoiler if you're gonna.
Well, no, we could avoid it, but like I mean, I kind of know that. I know who shows up. I don't know exactly how everything goes down.
There's a few cool moments where each Spider-Man, gets to have their moment. Like it's not like it's Tom Holland's movie up to a point, and then there is 3 Spider-Men in a Spider-Man movie, and each one of them is the main character. And it's really, really cool, really well done. Last good MCU movie that I watched.
Yeah, they're getting rarer, aren't they?
They are. We'll have to do a deep dive at some point.
Oh man, that'll be fun going through the early years.
They're some of them are rough. Like there's Endgame and Infinity War really put like rose-colored glasses on a lot of people. There's 2 of the 3 Iron Man movies are not good. 3 of the 4 Thor movies aren't very good.
All the Thor movies are bad.
I was like, I like
all the Iron Mans are fine. Honestly, the Captain America movies are probably the best with a lot of problems.
The Captain America trilogy is the best, but you might need to revisit Iron Man 3 and 2.
3's great. There's some problems with it, but 3 is great for like a character study of Tony Stark.
All right, put that on the list. We're going to talk about that. I disagree.
Well, we'll have to watch it and then talk about it.
But as for Spider-Man, since this is a Spider-Man game, I have wanted to play the Spider-Man games.
Which ones?
Time. Like the newer ones, like the PS games.
Oh, yeah. I was feeling
so fun.
I was feeling the urge to play that again, and I hop online with everybody else to do Marvel Rivals, and that just became my Spider-Man game because I hooked up I was brute forcing it with a keyboard and mouse, and it's very difficult. I hooked up a controller. It was like I was playing one of those those games, and I grew up playing a lot of games, so I grew up playing the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and then the Spider-Man and Spider-Man 1 Raimi, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 Raimi games on the PS2, which had like...
I played one of the ones on the PS2 where you fought like Rhino. I don't remember which one that was. I played it at my friend's house.
Rhino?
Maybe it wasn't one of the movie ones. It was different.
Friend or Foe?
I think it was.
Yeah.
That sounds very familiar.
Ultimate Spider-Man's another really good one, and that has like a cel-shaded comic book art style.
So you're saying Rivals is your Spider-Man game. Ultimate Alliance was my Spider-Man game.
Yeah, but that was more of a other stuff.
It's basically the Avengers games.
Man, I would love to go back and play.
Those are so fun.
I would love to go back and play Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance 2.
We should do that.
Because that one, you can mix their special abilities, right?
Yeah.
And so if you had... who was it? I forget who you mixed with Spider-Man, but if you had any like strong characters, they could throw Spider-Man. That was pretty good. Or like Spider-Man with I think Captain America. He'd web their head, and Captain America would like
yeah, with a shield. Yeah, no, super cool. Super fun.
Those games were so fun. Those were my games growing up because I had a Wii growing up. I didn't really have any consoles to play real games, but for some reason, Ultimate Alliance was on the Wii, and so I played the hell out of that game. Ultimate Alliance 1, I played like 7 different times because it had different endings based on what you did.
Yes,
just a beautiful game, dude.
Yeah, I remember being devastated because I went through 1 and I was just like, "Oh, Asgard." But I didn't, I was young and I made a mistake, and I did a thing where I got the bad ending for just Asgard, where Odin dies and Thor has to take over and he's miserable. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, that's not great.
Yeah, I did that.
Everything else is fine except that. That sucks.
I was a massive Nightcrawler. I still am. Nightcrawler's one of my favorite.
Nightcrawler's pretty cool.
Yeah, so when you're in hell with Mephisto's fucking with you, and you have a chance.
Memories.
Yeah, you have a chance to save Nightcrawler or Jean Grey.
Nightcrawler every day.
And you save Nightcrawler. Well, when Jean Grey dies, she becomes a phoenix and comes back and like kills everybody. That's one of the endings.
Oh.
And so like that was and I was like, but I don't want to kill Nightcrawler.
But Jean Grey's just gonna go Phoenix anyway.
Yeah, I think that is the catch-22 with Jean. If you save Jean, what is it if Nightcrawler? I don't know. It's been so long, but I think that catch-22 is like if you save Jean, like it prolongs it. So like she doesn't go full Phoenix, but she I think kills Xavier instead at some point instead of killing everybody.
Yeah, you can't always win.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the crux of that game is like, yeah, the Watchers, like, there is no like happy ending.
No,
like your choices they're just choices.
And like you made choices and you didn't really realize how pivotal they were, and then they're very important.
Yeah.
Like even that very, very beginning where you're on the train or the helicarrier or something.
Oh,
and it's got the secret serum.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the super soldier serum. and you can get rid of it, and that stops it from creating a bunch more like genetic freaks.
Yeah.
So
there's so
fantastic
much good stuff in there. And the second one, you can play as Venom in Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool. You literally hang out in the raft or Rikers or whatever it is and just collect supervillains, and you can play as them because the nanobots are taking over.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so fun. Wow.
They made X-Men games that were like kind of similar to that too.
Yeah,
like
I wanted to play one.
Judgment or Apocalypse.
Or something?
Yeah. X-Men
There's one
Ultimate
where you, like,
Destiny or
something like that where you like
X-Men
picked
Apocalypse.
you picked your power that you wanted to have.
Yeah.
It was kind of RPG.
Yeah.
I never got to play it,
But no, super fun. Some of those old games like really were great. Like I remember the growing up and watching the Fox cartoon for Spider-Man, and that's a great show. If you ever get the chance to watch something made for kids but had all the crazy Spider-Man comic stories.
that was the one in the same era as the X-Men, the original run X-Men, right? That was the 90s Spider-Man.
Yeah. Same
They
era.
Good cartoons, man.
Yeah, they were.
They actually made good shows.
Yeah.
And true to the comics. That one had the theme song, right?
Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. It was so 90s.
Yeah, it's so
extreme
90s.
But it had the cool font on like the spiky. It
Yeah.
almost looked like the Neversoft logo, which made the Spider-Man games, and they had like the spiky web Spider-Man, and he would come down and sit on it. Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fantastic.
the one where they have the like spider signal for some reason, right? Like the circular spider logo.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing. That's from old Spider-Man back in the day too.
I remember. Yeah, I'd always see that everywhere when I was younger.
You have so many episodes introducing that were just their own arcs from the comics. So you had the Black Suit symbiote saga with Carnage eventually showing up. You had the Clone Wars. Secret Wars or whatever it was.
That's part of the new Avengers where someone makes like a clone joke and Peter's like, oh, please no.
Please don't.
Please no.
I think everybody still has trauma from Secret Wars, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, there was some good that came out of it. My favorite costume for Spider-Man, which is the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
Best design. Just a guy in a hoodie.
It's just rad. It's cool.
It's so cool.
It's fun.
And then in the first Tom Holland movie, that's essentially just an inverted color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he made it at home. It's like, that's a great way to be Spider-Man. In the first Sam Raimi movie, it's a spray painted sweater.
Yeah.
In a balaclava. It's great. I love casual wear or bad version of the Spider-Man suit being the suit. It's so good. Jeans, sneakers, a jacket. That Miles Morales in the that is the drip on him. It's crazy.
Okay, Miles
so good.
Suit where he's like literally just like a black morph suit and then spray paints it. Like, oh, that's sick. But
So
I just
Got
remember.
the park on.
Do you remember
It's
or
cold
do
in New
you know
York.
of Spider-Man as I believe his name was Ricochet? It's during the comic series where like the Sinister Six or somebody is like Spider-Man can't be seen because Spider-Man is like in trouble. So he has like 5 or 6 other alter egos that he goes and fights crime as to keep his profile down. And Ricochet has these discs all down his arms and he throws them. Yeah, and it's totally not Spider-Man. Like you look at it, it's totally not Spider-Man.
I mean, honestly, if you said that was a different character, I'd be like, well, that's heavily Spider-Man influence. But no, it's definitely
Everyone's a copycat.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes for me. 100%. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Danny Phantom.
He kind of does. Yeah, and there's a few more. I don't remember what they are. But he had like a bunch of different alter egos that he had to briefly be. And liked Ricochet.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. That's a good look. It's
I
a good
like
look.
it
I
a
like the
lot.
leather jacket.
Oh, Noir. I'm now remembering a Spider-Man game for the Wii. It was before Spider-Verse.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yes. And you'd bamf through and you'd be like, 2099. And now you're Noir. And the Noir part of the game was so just fun. Like playing in black and white.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So
and it was
fresh.
always raining. It's
As it should.
As it should. Do you are you excited for the Noir show with Nick Cage?
I don't know about excited. I'm just happy for anything Nicolas Cage, honestly.
You're pairing Nicolas Cage with Spider-Man in live action.
It already works, so why not?
I liked it animated. Why wouldn't I like it live action? That's even better. I love things in black and white. Like black and white media is just so fun. Like give me Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's taking the noir twist on it gives it new kind of life. I really like kind of related because he came from Spider-Man, but Punisher Noir looks really cool too, because it's just a blank John Wick suit, but he has the balaclava with the skull mask and the lines running down, and that looks really good.
A little bit of Crossbones-ish, but I give it to you. Because in a fight, Punisher kick Crossbones' ass.
I think he earns that one. I think he gets to take the look.
Yeah, I know you're kind of like outside of MCU news, but they announced Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland.
Yes.
And Punisher's in it.
Yeah.
John Bernthal's going to be in it. And I love that because, anytime those two characters interact with each other, it's always a good time.
It's fun. It's certainly fun.
Always fun when they're interacting.
But they're such very different characters now, where it's like
they are the combining.
Please don't kid down John Barenthal's Punisher.
No, I don't think you can.
I really hope not.
Well, but
putting Tom Holland next to that is kind of, you actually for real look like you're from a different reality.
Yeah. Well, it's like you came from our show.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they make that work, because if you're going to keep doing these R shows and our movies, you're going to have to figure out how to make them work and make it not awkward. So it's a good test run, but obviously the combining thread there is Kingpin, and finally getting Spider-Man in the MCU to fight Kingpin.
Finally,
that's pretty great. I'm there for that.
It's only been one of the most noticeably missing villains for
Kingpin's around
a while.
But not with Spider-Man.
But he does fit the Daredevil enemy list, because they have history there. Mm-hmm. Makes perfect sense for him to be more of a Daredevil villain. But Kingpin, I don't know who had it first, but Kingpin is right up there with Goblin and Venom.
Yeah. And I think at one point he's leading the Sinister Six. He's bankrolling.
That would make sense.
It's it's because now
he made the Scorpion, didn't he?
I wouldn't put it past the character.
In some version of the superhero he made. But Scorpion.
He's you have a character who's basically running the lower levels of New York. The New York superheroes need to fight this guy. Yes, Daredevil is prime suspect number one, but in the comics, Spider-Man's always there. So finally, I assume Kingpin is the tying thread. If he's not, then who else is our Punisher in Spider-Man going to fight? It's got to be Kingpin. But
Shocker.
Oh no, they did Shocker.
They did Shocker.
Shocker was in the first.
That's right.
Homecoming.
But anybody can take up that mantle. I mean, it's just the gloves.
Yeah, but also Shocker. I would.
You don't like Shocker?
I'm not a big fan of Shocker.
Are you shitting me right now? Shocker!
And they think they do him justice in the MCU. They make him pretty laughable and then kick his ass. I like that a lot.
Well, yeah, he's there to job.
I would like to see a pretty good Rhino or Scorpion. I think Scorpion would be pretty cool to see.
Still have Jonah involved.
Fixing Kraven after what Sony did to him would be nice. Bring Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm not even mad. But fix that character, please. That'd be
Good luck
great.
with that.
God, Russell Crowe.
It's going to be hard enough it's hard enough putting John Barenthal next to Tom Holland. Putting Tom Hardy in that Venom with him and Cletus Cassidy being Woody Harrelson.
Well, they basically, in no words, they basically said Tom Hardy's not the Venom, but there will be a Venom. So, who would... Hold on.
Here's my problem with that.
Yeah, we got time.
Here's my problem with that, right? You need to have Peter go through the arc of having the black suit.
Right. So he needs it first.
Yeah.
What?
How do you make that work?
Hold on. Let's brainstorm here.
Okay.
Punisher is kind of, if you're going to go dark with Spider-Man and give him the black suit, having Punisher be the co-star might not be bad. It could be almost symbolic of this character taking a darker turn.
Do you think that might be what
in
they
this
do
moment
in
right
this
now?
film?
I kind of do. I'm kind of thinking that.
Oh, okay, so
you have a dark plot with Kingpin and Punisher and the Venom symbiote, which we saw. You didn't see Far From Home. He pops up in Far From Home.
Does he?
Yeah. So
really?
So basically, they draw everybody who knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man comes into the MCU.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like the multiverse is falling apart.
The multiverse, yeah.
Right, but in that in one of the post-credit scenes, Tom Hardy also gets sucked into the universe, but he gets sucked into a Tijuana bar instead of the main fight where Goblin and all these other villains are.
Good for Eddie.
So Eddie and Venom are literally getting drunk while everybody else in the Spider-Man universe is fighting each other. It's hilarious. So, but they put the multiverse back together. They send everybody home. And so Tom Hardy is drinking, getting drunk, and then gets bamped back home.
A little bit of Venom left.
A little bit of Venom on the bar. So Venom is in the MCU, and it is literally in the last point that we saw Spider-Man. So it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah. You could call it now as just like you got Spider-Man doing his thing, you got Punisher. Although I thought Punisher was like semi-retired. In a way.
Well, I didn't
watch the Daredevil.
Yeah, I haven't watched Daredevil, but I mean they just brought him back. So Punisher's always retired. That's kind of the thing with Frank. He's always pulling me back.
We kind of need you to come back every so often. I don't think you can quit it either.
Yeah, I love John Bernthal just as an actor. I love him as Punisher. He does a great job.
Yes.
And I like the just tactical vest and nothing else look. But
I would like to get a coat at some point. I'd like to get a coat at some point, but
the coat look too. But I'm
it's
using
not the time anymore.
I love the classic comic book look with the latex and the white gloves and the white boots.
I don't know about that one.
I need it. The big ass gun and white gloves. It's so impractical.
I don't know, dude.
No, his current MCU look is the most practical. Fuck it, I don't care. I need John Bernthal in spandex.
How do you? Because it has to be like some kind of. Because it can't be like spandex. It has to do something along the lines of like. It's like Captain America's outfit, where it looks like it was designed for him, but it does look like a functional piece of equipment.
If Punisher ever joins the Avengers or something.
I think he ditches the gloves at the very least.
No, I don't think we ever see Punisher with the gloves, but I will be very happy if I get to see gloved Punisher.
Or maybe they do, like, they put white on the gloves in some way.
Dude, he had, like, fins. The gloves were huge. They're, like, up to his elbows.
They're, like, they go all the way up here.
They're, like,
and
horse-bet gloves.
And he's got the gigantic skull that looks so put together, and it feeds into his belt.
I had little action figures.
Yeah.
Literally with
what a
gun
design
that's bigger than him.
No, man, the t-shirt and the coat. I mean, I'm fine with it being the vest and like a coat or something, because we kind of get that at the end of the first season.
Yeah, but trench coat is, I mean, it's always just a good look.
It's a good look.
Thomas Jane Punisher look.
Yeah.
I don't know how this became a Punisher podcast, but
well, he's related to Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's very, very related.
In a weird way with the Jackal. The Jackal, that weird Jackal looking character. He looks like a goblin.
I don't. Oh, yeah.
He's green and everything.
Yeah, he is strange.
Yeah, and he's the reason where we get in Secret Wars. He's the clone guy. He's the guy who does the cloning. You brought up
Secret Wars earlier. We just touched on the black suit. My first ever Spider-Man comic was a reprint of the original comic right after Secret Wars, where Spider-Man comes back to New York with the black suit, and he's figuring out the black suit, and all the things that he's like, this suit is weird. My wallet is just, oh, there it is, and it's gone. Why can my suit do that? And he's figuring out, and he's slowly becoming a worse person as the comic goes along. Super interesting. It was very cool. It's very nice. And I don't think it was altogether handled too terribly in the Sam Raimi movies. It wasn't great. No, you had something about Eddie Brock earlier. What was that? Eddie Brock in 3. Fred from... no, sorry. Fred? I'm confused. Topher Grace? Topher Grace, yes. I'm confusing actors. Topher Grace from... The 70s Show. The 70s Show. Yeah, Eric Foreman. It's just possibly the worst casting, but it works out because you hate him. Did you ever see versions of that where it's still him, but instead of, in the movie how every time he's in the Venom suit, anytime Venom is on screen, it peels apart? Mm-hmm. There are versions of it where they stayed Venom. Mm. And it's okay. It's okay. The voice doesn't quite work, but it's still fine. What he says, though, in the church, when he's praying to God, kill Peter Parker. That's so good. Yeah. It's so good. I love it. That delivery is why I it's a weird casting choice, but Topher Grace does a great job. Yeah, because he's just he's just evil. He's just oh man. He does what he was paid there to do. Whenever the little it would have been nice to see Venom him more, but if you're paying Topher Grace, show Topher Grace talk. Mm-hmm. Peel apart, and the little sassy. He's like, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna kill you. It's such a terrible version of Venom, but it's whatever. Well, that whole movie is. But you get Sandman in that movie, and Sandman is just excellent and heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, yeah. I mean, with taking the rose-colored glasses off, the third one's rough. Especially coming from the second one, which is possibly the best just overall superhero movie of all time. I'd second giant that. Debate. I would say I'd second that. There's what can beat it in the debatosphere? I agree. What can beat it? The Batman. My personal favorite. Yeah, but I don't. I mean, I think that will be. We should do a separate podcast on that at some point. But it's a misstep. It's not a good movie. There's a couple missteps. It killed the rest of the Sam Raimi movies. There was supposed to be at least another one. I think we're good. Because I like Sam Raimi as a director. Well, it's you always have your argument about too many plot points, and it kind of suffers from that. Of 3 villains is not a problem, but the way they do it is. It's if it's just Venom and maybe Harry. Yeah, that could work. But then the Sandman gets in there, and the Sandman plot is somehow the best one, but it's disconnected from Peter. Sandman and Peter Parker don't even interact until the end, right? So there's a lot going on there, and then there's shoehorn Gwen Stacy in there, and MJ's also still there, and Peter gets the black suit first, and then he's also fighting Eddie Brock. Yeah. There's just so much going on. I will say. It ends up being a fun movie, but there's a lot there. Yeah. By the end of it, by closing the chapter on the Sam Raimi verse with that, I think it does well. But, wow, that's got to be the worst Well, we haven't seen many Mary Janes, but I'll say this is probably the worst love interest I've ever seen. Mary Jane has got to be one of the worst people. Toxic. Actually, for real toxic. Yeah. I love Zendaya in the Tom Holland ones because MJ's likable and you really root for her. Kirsten Dunst, the way they wrote her is just... She just gets worse movie by movie. She's fine in the first one. An astronaut.
That's a real plot line.
All right, fair.
That's a real plot line that happened, and like, there's tons of like, again, Peter is a character that's meant to suffer, right? Bringing it back to
she
that.
does make him suffer in those movies.
But man, yeah,
like she's in the
nothing
comics,
against
she's his rock, right? Like she's the what brings him back, and I don't think that Sam Raimi did a great job of conveying that. Like, the character does scream MJ a lot, that's for sure. Scream Mary Jane a lot.
Yeah.
But
there's just some things that are just like
not satisfying.
No Black Cat. No Felicia Hardy.
Well, when you're shoehorning Gwen Stacy and the MJ stuff in there, you can't really fit Black Cat.
I feel like
now that I would love to see them fit Black Cat into Tom Holland's.
That would be interesting.
Because at the moment, MJ is, I don't know how much you know, but
yeah, I know
the caveat of putting the multiverse back together is that MJ forgets about Peter. It's the one,
the unfortunate
one more day.
Doctor Strange tie-in. You know?
It is the
they do one more day, but they do it in a good way.
In such a good way.
Yeah, good.
Oh my gosh, when I was watching the movie again, like it's a good movie. You would actually enjoy it. It does Spider-Man justice.
Cool.
Like that's
because I got to tell you, I didn't like those Garfield movies.
No, and it kind of it fixes Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man too. It does right by every Spider-Man
because he was a good Spider-Man. He wasn't a good Peter Parker.
No, he was a terrible Peter Parker. And again, the writing, I'm not blaming Andrew Garfield.
No, of course not.
He acted perfectly for what they told him to. I don't know why you made Spider-Man be an asshole. That's not Peter Parker.
I don't get that.
No,
why did you make him cool?
You made him the black suit Spider-Man immediately. And
I didn't like his suit.
I don't have any problems with the suit because it it matches the kind of aesthetic design of the movies.
Yeah.
But the aesthetic design of the movies is part of the problem that they make everything dark and gritty, and that's not Peter Parker. That one, they also...
Blue Electro is a thing later, but like...
They also fix that. They make Electro yellow.
And that's not the actor's fault either.
No, but they bring Jamie Foxx back in...
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
In No Way Home, and they make him yellow, and it's great.
Oh, good.
Yep, they fix it immediately.
Cool.
They don't even mess around.
Is it a power up or a power down?
They make him stronger.
Good.
And he literally gets out, so he gets sucked into the universe, and he starts playing with the electricity, and he goes, "Oh, this is a different universe." He's the only character that knows immediately because he feels different.
Oh, because the energy
is different in this universe.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he immediately starts causing problems.
Yeah, as he would.
he's in the world for a sec. We might have to watch that and do like a commentary podcast. I think that'd be interesting.
Commentary tracks? Yeah, it's a good idea.
because you're not invested enough in the MCU to not talk over the movie, so we might have to do that.
No, I'm pretty good at like shutting the fuck up and just watching something.
You would really like it as because I know you very well, and I know your qualms with the MCU, and that movie it feels good. Like it kind of has the same feel as like X-Men, Wolverine and Deadpool for the X-Men fan in me. How it kind of just like. It pokes fun at all those older movies. Spider-Man doesn't poke fun. It just like goes, "Hey, remember that? You want to see it resolve?"
Yeah,
and it feels very
cool.
Very nice.
I like that. That'd be fun.
So we're running into our time limit. So you posed a question earlier.
Oh, if you had because invariably they always do it. They always have to reboot eventually. They have to give us another version of a origin story, and I'm like, as I'm getting older, I don't hate it as much as I did anymore. I still think you don't really need to do it. If you wanted to tell a story where we come in and Spider-Man, is Peter Parker, is at a point in his life where he's been doing it for a while, I think you can do that. I think you can tell that story. I think I think a lot of the Batman movies try to do that, but for some fucking reason have to let you know that Martha Wayne was wearing a pearl necklace and the gun bullet pearl necklace. Oh no. Oh, my trauma. It's just like, Bruce, I get it. I look at you and I look at your fucking bat suit and I get it. I really don't need to see it every movie kind of thing. But saying that, I think you can do an origin story well if you kind of change it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, like, I had this idea, and I'll explain it as you kind of formulate.
Where's the question? What
well, the question is, how would you tell Spider-Man's origin story?
Okay.
How would you tell, how would you get him
from point A to point B? Web slinger.
Yeah. Get him from the nerd.
You do your example, because I want to see what the baseline is.
So it borrows from a lot of stuff that we've already seen before. We get Peter in school and getting, being a loser kind of thing. And the thing is, I want it to take place over a longer period of time. I want the movie to be stretched out over a couple of months, maybe a couple years, where we do a little bit of time jumps to show that he is progressing, he is getting better, he is changing kind of thing. But I don't want him to become Spider-Man, in reality become Spider-Man, just because he has the suit on. What I'm thinking is, he goes to school, he has a lot of events, he I don't know if people really care for the high school stuff, but you get characters like Flash Thompson, have that be a thing and have that be a beginning antagonist and bring him back for something later. And that's my point about Venom earlier. I would love to.
Is that you make Flash Venom?
I make Flash Thompson Venom.
Ooh, that's really good.
So here's what I do, right? I have Peter going through school, having Flash used to be good friends with Peter when they were younger and then became his bully. You go through Mary Jane kind of ignoring him the whole time and doing that normal stuff. But have the trip happen to the museum or to the science exhibit with the spiders. Do that kind of thing. Do the radioactive spider. Have him get bit. And have him become, learn his Spider-Man stuff and get the powers. Have him do that and not be Spider-Man, but be this masked vigilante that goes around New York and just does what he wants. It's just hot dog stand, flip, mine. Just be an asshole and then have that be reflected in whoever you get to be Uncle Ben. Start to reflect on Peter's personality changing.
Or who in this scenario? So Flash is Venom. Peter is Andrew Garfield.
No,
I know,
but not the casting.
Make him an asshole. So who would be the Uncle Ben figure?
Uncle Ben,
but
he would still be alive. He would still be around. He gets bit. He's changing his personality. He's being more confident. And while they're initially happy to see that, he starts abusing the power. He starts abusing his newfound abilities and he assaults Flash, and that now enrages that. That just makes it a lot worse. And I think Ben takes him aside and gives him a stern, because every time we've seen that, it's always been, Garfield had a really great casting for Ben being
who was
Charlie Sheen? It's Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen. Yes, Charlie Sheen's dad.
I don't think I've seen the Garfield.
Martin Sheen's the best casting. Martin Sheen's a fantastic Uncle Ben.
I don't know. Sam Raimi's is pretty good, isn't it? Isn't it Marlon Brando in Sam Raimi's?
No.
Who is anyways,
I don't know.
Anyways,
but I like Martin Sheen.
Yeah, I mean Martin Sheen is pretty good.
He's a fantastic actor.
I like Tom Holland's being Robert Downey Jr., but continue.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah, but that's a good example. Ben's already dead by that point. So you have Ben try and talk some sense into Peter. It's you're attacking your friends, you're lashing out, you're being disrespectful, whatever good is happening to you is letting it go to your head, son. Have them have a big fight and have them kind of like grow distant. I want to introduce the Venom plotline almost immediately. And I want Ben to be like a victim of circumstance from what's going on with Venom. How that actually gets to happen, I don't know. But I don't think we kill Ben until maybe the halfway point of the movie. And then you have that eat away at Peter and have him go through the whole Venom cycle where he's just getting worse. And by the end of the movie or show or whatever it is, we have the moment where like all the things he has been feeling, like the moment he has like a moment of clarity where he isn't who he was before he got the powers. And now that he has the powers and he's been abusing it, he takes in that, great power comes great responsibility. And he sees it because, again, we do the thing of like, maybe he runs away when Venom as Flash is like terrorizing the stuff, and through him like being like, I'm not dealing with that, and running away, gets Ben killed. It's definitely taking a bunch of different plot points and stretching it. But I like the idea of putting that big chunk of guilt on Peter.
I liked when you said Ben is like a main character of the movie to like the like climax, really. Like that's when he dies, not in the beginning.
Yeah.
Climax. I like that. I got mine.
Okay.
I got mine. You've inspired me enough. So my origin story for Spider-Man. So we're doing like the Spider-Verse is a different reality. It's set in Australia, first of all.
Okay.
Because Spider-Land, yes. So it's set in Australia, still high school age. I think that's a good system. So the what's going on in the world at this point, though, is I wanted to bring this character up earlier, so I'm finding a way for him to bring in Tarantula. If you don't know the Tarantula is basically running the streets of Sydney. There's unopposed. There is no like superhero to match him. So it's basically bad Spider-Man is winning and is ruling Sydney. You looking up Tarantula?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going deep.
God.
Tarantula. So he is the supervillain in charge.
Good suit, by the way.
Great suit.
Cool suit.
So I'm changing a little bit. I'm saying part of his supervillainy is he has a poison that he like. That's part of his thing. That's how he kills people.
Sure.
Peter one day gets caught in the crossfire and gets poisoned, but instead of dying, that poison is what slowly gives him his version of the spider powers.
Okay.
He gets his powers from Tarantula. So he starts to slowly develop some powers here and there, and he's unsure of what to do with them. And so he leans on his Uncle Ben figure, which in this world, May and Ben and his parents all died in the same accident. And he is being raised in his best friend's house under the care of Norman Osborn. Okay. And so he leans on Norman, and Norman, tells him the great power and great responsibility thing. If he really thinks that these are powers and not a disease, then, they can work with that. So he starts to scientifically look at Peter and start to try and reverse engineer what's happened to him. So while that's going on, Tarantula is still being Tarantula and causing problems. Eventually, since Norman is the Uncle Ben character here, he gets killed in the crossfire of Peter trying to be a superhero and having that great power and great responsibility to go after Tarantula, gets Norman killed, which leads to Harry being distraught and looking at Norman's research and taking whatever super beta tested material and getting Green Goblin powers and becoming Green Goblin.
Sure.
But at this point, he's a good guy, and him and Peter team up to take down Tarantula. But in the process, you have one son who becomes good and steadfast, and one who cannot deal with it and becomes Green Goblin.
Yeah.
And that's where they diverge from there. That's my origin story.
I like it. I like that a lot.
Yeah. In this universe, Gwen Stacy becomes Venom because fuck it, why not?
That's hot. Cool. Great. Cool.
So that's it, and that's where we're stopping. This is our longest episode to date.
That was pretty good.
I liked the question, like the origin story, so we'll wrap it there. Cool.